Which X tool is best for me? I know a lot of people that watch my videos either have laser engravers and do them as a side hustle or a hobby, just something that you can do on the side to make a little bit more money and just for fun, or looking to buy another engraver. So in this video, I'm going to try to explain which type of laser engraver is best for you. And I'm using my own experiences here because I do have a full-time job and I just do this as a side hustle and hobby. So we'll start out with the rating scale. There are 4 important things to look at before you buy a laser engraver. These are based off of 1 through 5 stars. And that's the price, the portability, the speed, and the power. Price ranges anywhere on xTool from $200 to $4,000. If you are at $4,000, it will be a 1 star. If you're at $200, it will be a 5 star. So it's inverse. Portability, I'm ranking it based on something that's not portable at all, meaning you can't move it very easily, or very highly portable is something that you could take on the go anywhere you want. Speed, that's the lowest model xTools are 250 millimeters per second, and the highest models are 10,000 millimeters per second. So there's a big difference there. And lastly, power, which is anywhere from 2 watt all the way up to 55 watt. So there's a lot of variations here, so I try to get down to it and give a deep dive of each type of xTool that's on the market today. So to start with, it is an xTool P series. The xTool P2 is a 55 watt engraver with an engraving area of 26 by 14 inches, and this is a CO2 engraver. One pretty cool thing about this engraver is that it allows auto pass-through. You can see the picture on the right. This man has a very long board that can pass all the way through the engraver and engrave the whole piece of wood. This engraver can engrave up to 600 millimeters per second and can even engrave on curved surfaces such as the edge or the side of a guitar. There's camera positioning on this engraver, meaning that there's a camera on the engraver and you can see exactly where you want your engraving to go on the piece of wood or whatever type of material that you want to work on. This is a CO2 engraver, which is more powerful. It's not as bad for the eyes, but on the other side, diode lasers, which is like a bright blue light, are a little more compatible and portable. xTool P2 is listed at a price of $3,999, which is one of the biggest factors why I gave it a 2.875 out of 5 stars. Some of the big cons are the price and that it's not very portable, but the biggest pro is its power at 55 watts, which is very high, and it has a very good accuracy. Next up is the xTool S series. There's a couple different ones to choose from here on the xTool website. The xTool S series is a diode laser, and it can be anywhere from 2 watts up to 40 watts, and there's 4 interchangeable laser modules, so anytime you want to upgrade you can just buy the new laser module rather than the whole new engraver. The engraving workspace is nearly 24 inches by 15 inches for this engraver, and it can engrave up to 600 millimeters per second. Just like the CO2 engraver, there is camera positioning and auto pass-through, which allows big pieces of wood or material to be engraved. There's also rotary attachments available for cups, Christmas ornaments, or anything like that that you might choose to engrave. Some of the biggest cons on this is the low amount of power from if you was to buy a 2 watt or a 10 watt, and then that it's not very portable. So that's why I gave it a 2.625 out of 5 stars. The biggest pro for this is the speed at 600 millimeters per second. This would be a great engraver for anybody that's an intermediate engraver who's been doing it for a while and wants to step up their engraving game. Next up is F1 and the F1 Ultra. The F1 is a 10 watt diode and 2 watt infrared laser. The dual lasers engrave on almost any material. The F1 can engrave up to nearly 4,000 millimeters per second, which is crazy. There's camera positioning on the F1. The F1 efficiently blocks smoke with the green pull-down cover and is very portable, which would be great for homes. And I've even seen people use it for trade shows and actually bring the laser to the trade show and engrave something like a mug or a phone case like you see in the picture. The xTool F1 Ultra is a stronger laser at 20 watt diode and 20 watt fiber laser. It's also quite a bit faster at 10,000 millimeters per second. There's a conveyor belt availability on the F1 Ultra, which makes it good because you can engrave bigger objects, which leads to better results. The engraving area on the F1 Ultra is 8.6 inches by 8.6 inches. So while it's a little bit smaller, there's still a lot of opportunity, especially if you're going to take it to a trade show or some type of event. The F1 also allows you to engrave on curved objects, which is not the case on some other xTool engravers. The biggest pro for the F1 series is the portability, because it's very portable, and the speed. The biggest con, especially for the F1 Ultra, is the price. And that's why I give the F1 a 3.375 out of 5 stars and the F1 Ultra a 3 out of 5 stars. Up next is the xTool M series, the M1. There's the M1 and the M1 Pro. The xTool M1 is a 5 watt or a 10 watt covered diode laser with a somewhat slow engraving speed of 250 millimeters per second. There's a smart camera imaging positioning system, like some of these other engravers, that allow you to make sure that your engraving is right where you want it. There's also rotary attachments available. This is a great home engraver for in-home use because it's covered and you can add some smoke protectors for it. There's a couple different modes for the M1: laser mode, blade mode, and multi-module processing mode. Here's some of the details. For the xTool M1 Ultra, it is a 10 watt or 20 watt diode laser, and there's actually 4-in-1 multifunctional features, with a laser, an inkjet, a blade, and a pen mode, all in one machine. So this would be go-to for anybody who's wanting to do crafts or do more than just laser engraving. This engraving machine is a little bit faster at 400 millimeters per second. There's no built-in camera, but it does have pinpoint positioning system, which is said from xTool is 10 times more accurate than the single camera system. It's a little bit bigger at 24.41 by 19.61 inches, but it's also a little bit more expensive than the M1 at $1,799 versus $999 for the regular M1. That's why I give the M1 a 2.25 stars, because of its speed, but the biggest pro for that one is the price, and the Ultra a 2.375 out of 5. While this one's faster and more versatile, its price kind of hurts the rating. Lastly, we'll talk about the xTool D series, and this is what I have. I have an xTool D1 Pro 10 watt. So the newest xTool D1s are Pro 2.0 engravers. There's anywhere from 5 watt modules to 20 watt modules that you can buy, and recently xTool has released 40 watt modules. So there's a lot of different options, and if you want to upgrade your laser engraver, you just have to buy a new laser module rather than the whole engraver itself. There's accessories that you can use, like the picture on the right, like a rotary tool for this engraver, which allows you to engrave on nearly anything. One of the attachments that you can use is a rotary attachment tool, RA2, which allows you to engrave on many different objects. The D series is a little bit slower than some of the other engravers at 400 millimeters per second, but it's got a big work area at 17 by 15.5 inches. There's risers included with the xTool D1, which allows you to engrave many different materials, heights, even something like the front side of a guitar or a skateboard. At a price, the 5 watt laser is $299 and the 20 watt laser is $899. So these are a lot cheaper. So that's why I give this engraver a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Its biggest pros are its price, and it's very portable, and its biggest cons is its speed and the potential for such a low power. Like I said, I use a 10 watt and it does everything I need it to do, but looking back, I wished I would have bought a 20 watt laser because it's stronger and quicker. So here are the results. You can see how I have each laser module laid out based off the price, portability, speed, and power. And you can pause this if you need to take a look. So that means the winner is the xTool D1 Pro. And maybe I'm just a little bit biased because this is the one that I have. But I think it's great for anybody who is wanting to start out laser engraving and not wanting to dish out thousands of dollars for expensive lasers. It's also very portable, great to use in a garage or a basement or even outside if that's something that you have to do. It's adequate speed and power for anybody that's just starting out, and it is my recommendation. So thank you for watching, and I hope you found some benefit with this video. Follow my Etsy shop in the description below. Hope you like and subscribe the video, and you can find me on Facebook as well. I try to post videos every once in a while just to try to help you guys out. I have a lot of tutorial videos on xTool Creative Space, and you'll be seeing a lot more videos from me in the near future. I hope you enjoy your new engraver if this is why you watch the video, and please come back and learn some more about this great hobby.